You know, I'm really surprised I finished this series. I don't know if you've seen me before. Hi, I'm Tori, but it is really hard for me to focus on something for more than about 10 seconds. No, I don't have ADHD. Yes, somehow I have a job. So here we are, free game review. Today we are going to be taking a look at a game I just finished. It's called Portal Reloaded, made by the development team Portanis. Perfect. And like last time, here's the exact description made by the development team. In this community-made mod, you play as test subject 4509, awoken from stasis by an automated AI. You are expected to complete a very special test course within the depths of Aperture Science. Secluded from the rest of the facility lies a previously unknown and long-forgotten testing track. Expanding on the concepts of the main game in Portal Reloaded, you get a hold of the triple portal device, allowing you to shoot 3 different portals. Kinda like ice cream. Oh, I want Neapolitan ice cream. These... Why did my brain just... Ice cream. The familiar blue and orange portals connecting 2 different places in space, and a third, the green time portal, which connects 2 different timelines. Traveling between the present and a version of reality 20 years in the future opens up a completely new way of puzzle solving. Thinking in 4 dimensions is key to mastering 25 challenging puzzles laid out for you. This mod is targeted at Portal veterans who are familiar with the gameplay of the main series and want to expand their horizons. Portal Reloaded is currently set to release on April 19th, 2021, which was a while ago, exactly 10 years after the official launch date of Portal 2. This mod is meant to be a celebration of all its achievements and all ambitious attempt to push its concepts even further. And honestly, you can tell that this is a celebration of Portal. Portal 2, I remember, was one of the first video games I played successfully by myself, and I have loved the games ever since I picked it up for the first time. I may not be a Portal aficionado or anything, but I would give Wheatley and GLaDOS a big ol' smooch, so I guess that's enough. When I downloaded this game off the Steam page, which will be linked in the description and the comments, I just thought they were doing like some kind of third portal and all the puzzles would be solved with 3 instead of 2. Boy, was I wrong. Listen, if you want to watch me struggle, why was I birthed, mother? I cannot solve puzzles. I suggest clicking up here because that's where you can find the most suffering. But here's some more info about the game. You have no achievements, which is nice because unlike Whodunit, who had achievements but had like one single broken achievement, which made me want to cry, it's nice to not have to worry about completing a game. Playtime for me was about 4 hours, but if you're smarter, it'll probably be a lot faster. You have 25 levels of varying difficulty in no particular order. Personally, I found if there was an easy puzzle for me, the next would be really hard and I'd be stuck on it forever. And of course, you have your 3 portals. Story-wise, there isn't much more than you see in the description, so I'm not too scared of actually spoiling the game, but I am happy to warn you about possible spoilers up ahead. You start the game with the People Vault that you see at the end of Portal 2 Co-op. And as someone who refused to read any descriptions before I played, and not like some kind of principle and I like surprises or anything, I just am illiterate, I thought this was set after Portal 2's co-op ending. Sadly, that's not the case, but it was still awesome. You don't get a portal gun for a while, and the first puzzles are predictably easy, so you can get used to time travel. So each chamber is made twice over, and you get to interact with them at the same time. You know how hard that must have been to make? And then they're made exactly like the Portal games. It's so nice. You can tell team really lovingly crafted each step of the way, and it really makes for a great and confusing game. To quote myself, pros, more Portal, cons, I'm stupid. And I'm not the only one that agrees. The most searched thing after this game was made is walkthrough or hints, and thankfully there are a lot of people that can actually help me finish the game because I'm a stupid baby. Some of the ideas are clever and the chambers were fun, but stuff like hiding a time portal thing, the thing that allows me to place my time portal in the exit, really made me upset. Or having to go get shot by a bunch of turrets because you gotta be really fast while you're placing a portal in their line of fire was almost rage quit inducing. And the fact that they made me a ginger, bro, that makes me dock points. Listen, most of the game is simple portal mechanics that have been around forever and not too much to say there. This game was made for people who love Portal after all, so you kind of have to expect that. If you want to play this game and you don't play Portal 2 or at least watch Portal 2, it just kind of feels a little silly, but I'm not here to tell you how to be a gamer. I'm a woman, so apparently that makes it so that I can't have opinions on video games, but that's obviously a joke, by the way. I sometimes was just filled with a silent rage because I would have to look up ways to finish a chamber that just kind of felt unforgiving, which I suppose makes sense lore-wise, and we'll go over that in a second. However, I do want to expand on the fact that if you're a perfectionist, you will probably not have a good time. If you want to do this all by yourself, good for you, and that's great, but if you get frustrated easily with puzzles, you will not have a good time. And obviously, I can't tell you what to do, but, just keep that in mind. So, there's a spoiler warning. Turns out, you're being tested to see if you can survive time travel so you can kill Chell. The protagonist of 1 and 2. So you have to be strong enough and smart enough to out-portal her. Sadly, though, there isn't a, secret ending boss fight because we know that doesn't happen. Portal 1 and Portal 2 have very clear endings, and after playing this, I kind of want to revisit them again. So, theoretically, our main character is really smart, which is nice, but in theory doesn't work when you put something in my hands. No matter what I do, it just... So I actually went to see other people's opinions on Portal Reloaded because I really liked the game, obviously. So I wanted to see what other people said, and this one person's review said that he had to leave the game and shower to come up with the solutions, which is just... it's a really funny visual. I think general consensus between all of us Portal Reloaded players would be good game if you're smart or not upset about having to look through a walkthrough.
Guess whose fun I am?
All in all, I would say this game is a labor of love, and it shows. Clearly loves Portal, and they put so much time and effort into making this, which makes it a very shiny gem in the rough. The only thing that could use more polishing, I think, is the 2 levels that just drove me nuts because they wanted to be as unforgiving with some of these puzzles as possible. But that's really about it. But that could also be nostalgia for both Portal games, giving me a high so intense that I forgot the entirety of the game. All in all, definitely play the game. It is really good. And even if I'm dumb, I loathed it. So I'd rate it about an 8 out of 10. Would have a brain aneurysm again. Also, while I was looking through other people's reviews, I found this at the top and it made me giggle. So here you go. Bye.